What's going on YouTube? It's Jake from JPTradingCards here, and today I'm bringing you guys my top 5 favorite Naruto fights. So before we get into the top 5 itself, I do want to give some honorable mentions. Those are Sasori vs. Sakura and Granny Chiyo, Guy vs. Madara, and then finally Jiraiya vs. Pain. Now, these are only in Shippuden. From that, through that part of the series, I'll probably be making another top 5 on the original series as well. But if you guys are excited for the video, definitely show some love, smash the like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's get started. Moving on to my 5th favorite fight. It is Itachi and Sasuke versus Kabuto. So the Uchiha brothers won this fight, and now to go into what kind of happened in the fight. So Itachi countered the reanimation jutsu, and ultimately used that to find out who the caster was, which of course is Kabuto. And Sasuke saw Itachi traveling somewhere, and ended up following him to lead to Kabuto. They both ended up fighting him at that point. We find out that Kabuto is now a snake, which honestly, he looks really gross, so kind of weird to be honest. And then Itachi uses the Izanami to ultimately make Kabuto release the jutsu. It was pretty cool because you saw the Izanagi with Danzo, and now you see the other forbidden genjutsu from the Uchiha clan. And then to go into why I like the fight, it's Sasuke and Itachi finally fighting together. You never see that in the show. So even, the whole show, you never see it. So it's pretty cool to see. This is after Sasuke knows the truth about Itachi. So that's also pretty cool. You see the full power of the Mangekyo Sharingan, which is sweet. You see Sage Mode from Kabuto versus the Susanoo of both Itachi and Sasuke. You see backstory of Itachi and Sasuke together with the boar. You see the backstory of Kabuto, which you never really learn until now. So that was pretty cool. And then, all in all, it was a good fight. We finally got to see Itachi and Sasuke fight together, which I thought was really, really epic. So that's it for my 5th favorite fight. Now let's move on to number 4. Moving on to number 4, we have Kakashi, Guy, B, and Naruto versus Toby. Now, technically, the Allied Shinobi forces won this. In the end, it was a mini fight out of the whole war, where more of just what you find out is really epic rather than the fight itself. That's because you get Naruto's full cooperation with Kurama, and that's the first time you really see it on a full scale, and Kurama actually admitting that he is sided with Naruto. So that was really cool. You see who Toby is, which is Obito, if you didn't know, which is Kakashi's old teammate who gave him the Sharingan, Guy's old classmate. So that's obviously really epic and mind-blowing for everyone. So then you get some backstory on Obito of how he became who he is. You find out that Nagato was just a whole pawn in reanimating Madara with his Rinnegan powers, which is really epic too, to find out that the leader of the Akatsuki wasn't really the leader, pulling all the strings, which is just, pretty epic. Then Madara appears after beating the 5 Kage, so that's really shocking to everyone. And then to find out who Toby really is, Kakashi uses his Kamui on a Naruto clone that's using the Rasengan to put them in the same time space when Toby or Obito uses his Kamui, and then Kakashi realizes they're using the same jutsu, and how is that possible? It's only possible because they have the same Sharingan, which obviously leads them to find out who Toby is, his mask cracks, and all that good stuff. Pretty epic. Overall, it was a cool fight. There was a lot of backstory in it. You finally see who the masked man really is, and that's the major key in why it's one of my top 5 fights, because of the scale of importance that this fight has. So that's it for number 4. let's move on to number 3. Moving on to number 3, we have Sasuke versus Itachi. Now, Sasuke ended up winning the fight, but not by defeating Itachi. Itachi ended up dying of his illness in the fight, so the match goes to Sasuke. And then to go into what happened in the fight, Itachi tried to steal Sasuke's eyes. Now to go into what actually happened in the fight, they fought at a Uchiha hideout, which is pretty cool. You know, 2 Uchihas fighting their last fight, and then Itachi tried stealing Sasuke's eyes. Sasuke breaks out of Tsukuyomi, but the theory is that Itachi let him because he wasn't actually trying to kill him. Sasuke uses Kirin, which is that crazy lightning technique that he has that's just ridiculous, and Sasuke blocks it with his Susanoo, which is the first time you really see Itachi Susanoo. Has the Totsuka blade, has the Yata mirror, which is really ironic because Orochimaru was actually searching for both of those, and Itachi had them, which is, you know, pretty crazy. Just elevates Itachi's status with those 2 weapons. And then Itachi seals part of Orochimaru, and it's pretty epic because then Sasuke gets his curse mark taken away, which is really awesome, and he's finally freed from Orochimaru, and that's partly what Itachi was trying to do, I think, because Sasuke ran out of chakra, so he needed to rely on the powers that he stole from absorbing Orochimaru, and then in the end, Itachi touches Sasuke's head and says, "I'm sorry for everything." You know, pretty cool, very reminiscent on how Itachi used to always touch Sasuke's forehead when he was younger. And overall, 2 of my favorite characters going at it. The fight we've been waiting for since the first ever episode of Naruto, and it 100% did not disappoint. So that's it for number 3. Let's move on to number 2. Coming in at my number 2 spot, we have Naruto versus Pain. Naruto ends up winning this fight, but not after Nagato or Pain destroys the whole Leaf Village, kills a ton of people, but ends up bringing them all back. And now to go into what actually happened in the fight, the whole village gets destroyed. Pain attacks the village while Naruto's in Sage Mode training, so he doesn't hear about it till most of the village is actually destroyed. He only comes back when Pain's about to use, I think it's Planetary Devastation on the whole village, if I remember that correctly. So then you see Naruto use Sage Mode for the first time. Hinata gets stabbed with Pain's rods, which caused Naruto to freak out. Kurama ends up taking over. I'm pretty sure they get to 8 tails, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Basically getting fully controlled by the 9 tails. Naruto almost breaks the seal, but then he uses, Minato comes back, and you get Minato sealing the seal up again, as well as him talking to Naruto. So Naruto finally meets his dad. Minato tells him why he's sealed the 9 tails inside him. All that cool stuff. So it's really cool that you see Minato for the first time in action, and Naruto finally finds out who his dad was, which obviously everyone knows that already, but Naruto didn't. Naruto uses the Rasen Shuriken, which is also just, always an epic technique. You see Planetary Devastation, which is crazy. All the different pain abilities. Planetary Devastation basically traps the whole 9 tails, which is really, really epic to see that it, basically sealed the 9 tails. Pretty, always really cool to see. Then Naruto obviously meets his dad. And then, in the end of the fight, Naruto finally changes Pain's mind on, how to create peace in the world. Pain ends up dying after reviving all of the fallen Leaf Shinobi. So, just pretty crazy how Naruto changed his mind that much, as well as you get to see Nagato's backstory with Jiraiya and how it all relates into Jiraiya's book that he wrote. And then overall, Lots of awesome story. You know, you got Nagato's, you got Naruto and his dad. It's a really epic battle. The only downside is the animation of when it was in Ninetales form. It was really, really bad, but the fight where it's, you know, actually physically Naruto versus Pain is really good. And then it's kind of thought to be the end of the Akatsuki. Later, you find out it's really not. But at that point in time, Naruto saved the whole Leaf Village. So that's it for number 2. Let's move on to my top favorite fight. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my top favorite Naruto Shippuden fight. And if you guys couldn't guess it, it's Sasuke versus Naruto. The last fight between two rivals, two friends, in the fight that everyone has been waiting for since their first fight in Final Valley. All in all, it ended up being a tie. Sasuke said Naruto won, but they both blew up their arms, which is pretty crazy. And then Sasuke comes home. That's also why I have to give the fight to Naruto, because he achieved his final goal of bringing Sasuke back. Now to go into what actually happened. After Kaguya, they wanted to settle the fight one last time. Sasuke sealed all the tailed beasts inside Planetary Devastation, which was really epic in itself. You know, you get tons of flashbacks between their childhood, when they were gone, their old fight, which is really epic, which is probably my favorite original Naruto fight. You get Susanoo versus tailed beast form. So epic, that was crazy. Both are basically at their strongest. Sasuke has both the Sharingan and Rinnegan. Ninetales has full tailed beast form. Both have 6-pass power. Really epic. Sasuke pulled clones together and used as Amaterasu's shield when Naruto was attacking, which is really epic. You have Kirin comes back, Sasuke's ultimate lightning attack. You have a bunch of tailed beast bombs. You have a tailed beast bomb, tailed beast Rasen Shuriken, which is ridiculously epic. You have Sasuke using all the other tailed beast chakra, which is crazy, to use Indra's arrow. You have Indra's arrow versus tailed beast bombs. You have Kurama clones. There was like 4 Kuramas at the same time. That was crazy epic. You know, you have the tailed beast cloak blocking Amaterasu, which, you know, Amaterasu is said to really not let anything burn out, but it just kind of fell off, which is crazy. You have, like I said, a double Rasen Shuriken with regular Rasengan, and then you have it with the tailed beast form, the tailed beast bomb, excuse me. So combining both of those was epic. You have Amaterasu Chidori, which is one of my favorite jutsus of all time. And then, in the end, Naruto's basically out of chakra, but you see everyone in like a little vision helping Naruto form one last Rasengan, colliding with Sasuke's Chidori, and it was pretty cool. In that last little attack, you see basically Kid Sasuke versus Kid Naruto, regular Naruto versus regular Sasuke. When I say regular, I mean like OG Naruto. And then you have like Sage Mode versus like Hebi and Taka Sasuke. And then you have the Curse Mark Sage 2 versus tailed Beast Cloak. And then obviously the final 2 forms that they're in going at it, which is just really epic scene. All in all, it was the most epic fight between 2 rivals, and honestly, the fight did not disappoint from what everyone was hoping for. The best fight, my favorite fight of Naruto Shippuden, Sasuke vs. Naruto. That's it for me. If you guys like this top 5 video, definitely smash the like button, definitely smash that subscribe button for more videos, and Jake is out.